Okay, so this is the Rado sword. I didn't do an unboxing on it, but this one is pretty special. Rado sword, I found this through Completely Katana, and I saw some of his work posted up on there, and I just was blown away by the pictures that I had seen of his work, and contacted him to see, what's the cost of getting something done, and it really kind of depends on what you want. But how it worked out was I asked for a completely folded sword, and he does it straight from iron sand, smelts it, makes a bloom, makes it as traditionally as possible. I mean, it's what you see in books of how Japanese swords are made in Japan. It's exactly what he does. Every single bit of it, this man does himself. I am amazed. I'm blown away. The quality is far beyond anything else. I mean, this is Nihonto quality at a fraction of the price, and just the attention to detail is astounding. Really, is stunning. That's stunning. Two words in one. And it is just simply blown away. He sent pictures of the entire process from the bloom, from the Orishigane bloom. I mean, I guess it's not Tamahagane because it's not from Japan, but basically the same stuff. Different iron, but he starts from that. From that, the forging of the sword. In fact, he made the original blade he made. He showed me and said that the hamon was really close to the edge and he wasn't really happy with it. I asked him, well, what should we do? And he said he'll make another one. I said, okay, fine. But it looked really good. Only things I really asked for was an okasaki, a general length of the tsuka, and that was it. And then as it was going, I said I wanted some sakuras in there, and asked if I could get some inlays. So he said sure. He gave me a price for that and told me about that, and went from there. And I wanted a full wrap of Samigawa on the tsuka, and eventually we went on this suede, this tan suede and Tsubami Maki wrap. It's just everything. I'm just blown away by it all. So let's start with the blade. The blade, as you'll see in the video, is a deep sori, and I didn't specify the sori at all. I didn't say I wanted it lightweight or anything. I just said okasaki, and it's a pretty beefy blade. It's heavy, no doubt about that. But there's some attention to detail that is just unbelievable to see in person. The choji hamon was the one thing I really wanted. I wanted it as close to some of the wilder hamons that I've seen as possible, and he delivered on that. It's just amazing. He does all the forging, all the polishing, and in the polish, even on the kisaki up on the top of the mune where it's frosted kind of halfway up, there are these very fine lines that go up, and they're symmetrical on either side. It's just amazing. And then on the polish, it has like a polisher's mark that you see on Nihonto, especially down here. Also, I asked his mei. I saw that some of the stuff he did on the Nikago was inlaid with silver or gold. I asked what it would take for him to do the mei in silver, and he did that. He inlaid his mei in silver, and it looks just amazing. So over the years, as this weathers, sorry, there's a bug crawling up me. As this weathers from handling the Nikago, that silver will still look bright silver against it, and it's just phenomenal. The file work on everything is just great. When we talked about it, I originally just said, no, just an Ishimei black saya should be fine. Try to keep the cost down. But then a friend of mine who has a Nihonto with this style of curved, spiral kind of carved saya, I sent him a picture. Said, "Is this possible?" He said, "Yeah." He told me a price, and I said, "Oh, that's okay, sure." And then 4 hours later, he had already started on it, and he sent me a few hours later, sent me another picture with it completely carved out and said how tired he was. But it was just amazing. It was just fantastic, and it's just so beautifully done. Really top craftsmanship. top work. Then he sends me pictures of, he hand forms the Fuchi and the Kashira from scratch. The shitadomi here are made from scratch, from copper. He did the inlays from scratch, from copper. I have pictures of the entire process. The tsuba from iron with the inlays from scratch. The habaki made from scratch. All the file work he's done himself. The tsuka is just the best feeling thing. I mean, it's Nihonto-like, it's perfect. The Samegawa, at first, in fact, when I first got this, I knew it was a full wrap, but I thought that the seam might have been somewhere underneath the ito. But the seam runs straight down the center of this side right here, and you have to really stare at it and look to see it, because otherwise it is damn near perfect match. It's just crazy. Then he showed me the uchidashi work on the Minuki, and that was just stunning to see as well. I mean, the whole thing is just stunning. I mean, it's fantastic. Rado sword, I mean, I can't praise it enough. I can't praise his process enough. He showed entire photo archive of the build process. He answered questions. He was there. I mean, it took a long time to get it done, but I mean, I am just blown away by everything. Not everything can be perfect, right? There's not a single flaw on it, except that it's not as sharp as it could be. Maybe just a slight strop, and it would go through tatami better. It cuts well because of the weight of it, the mass of it, but it's not a laser beam like the Motoharas, and I didn't expect it to be. But so that was the only thing. It can be a little bit sharper, but and primarily this is more of a display piece, and it's not good for Yaito. It is too heavy. It is very heavy. So in the future, if I ever get another one, I'll make sure I don't need Orishigane. I'll probably just do T10 and have it let it have bohi or something like that, or specify that I want it thin. We'll see. But I mean, it's just so perfect. I mean, I love this. This is just gorgeous. It's everything I asked for and more, and I couldn't be more happy. So check out the following rest of the video and the pictures, and you'll see. Thanks. Okay, so now is the Rado sword. This one is beefy as hell. It's super heavy. Seems like it's going to be an awesome cutter. So we will see. The Tsuka is the best. The best. It's just the best. I mean, this is like Dotanuki from Huawei kind of. But look at that Sori. It's ridiculous. I fully expect this to be a good cutter. Oh, and I wasn't wrong. It's maybe not as sharp as the Motohara's. It's pulling those threads as well, but it's a pretty clean cut. And it was like effortless. It would really suck if I meant this, but I don't think so. It is beefy. Man, okay. And get us, we have it. Cool. Oh, the saya is so good. So yeah, it's not as sharp as the Motohara's. It's much harder to generate speed because it's so heavy. It's just a different thing. You gotta get used to it. I might do one more mat with this one. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It doesn't do all the work for you. Huh. Somehow I just don't have a lot of scraps. See how the edge performed in the polish. So the edge, no problem. It's got a little niku. The polish is tiny, couple tiny micro scratches, very, 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 very tiny. Round 2 with the Rado sword. Holy smokes, that came right off the peg. Weird. Ah, not gonna get it on enough. Ugh.
You okay?
Huh?
You okay? Did you hurt yourself?
No, I got goop on my hand from the,
Oh my god, I walked by and you're just doing this. I was like,
from the mat.
my
I had
God.
to touch the mat. It's,
I'm about to have
it's all disgusting.
husband with no fingers.
No, the mat's just disgusting.
It is disgusting, I can see it.
The water was so gross. It was like
It smells really bad.
putrid death. It came off the peg and
Ew.
okay, round 3 with the Rado. So the last mat was fine, but it didn't stay on the peg. I might have cut these pegs a little shorter. So a little steep. So this is not an effortless cutter, and it is heavy. It's super heavy. I like it, but it won't be like a, it won't be something I cut a lot with. Let me clean it up and show you. But man, it is heavy. It's beefy. So cool. This sword is so cool. Not my best cuts, but super cool. Stains a little bit more than the quick. Yeah, barely. The saya is just a work of art. This is more of a work of art than anything else. So very awesome. I love it. But a dedicated cutter, it is not.